Hello there, and welcome back to Corey Loses for the continuation of our Thrawn's Revenge 3.2 preview playthrough as the Eriadu Authority. In the first episodes, we took over a lot of the New Republic's southern territory leading over to Endor and Bakura. We still have to take Endor itself, but this is being recorded live on Twitch, which is why Revenant has just gifted 5 subs. Thank you very much, Revenant. We are doing this following up on the earlier this morning recording of the Greater Maldrude preview playthrough episode. But we are probably okay to go into Endor first. So we'll position our ground forces for that, but I do think we want to start off with a nice space battle over Moorja. We have a good chunk of forces in with Adi Pritik, so let's just try that and see what we run into. It is a pretty hefty defense force, but I want to take it, and I want to see if it's mostly small stuff. Thank you, Xanathar, for the 25 bits as well. I tried to think of a mapping joke there, but I couldn't. Yeah, we don't want this.
Choose your reinforcements.
Because you were just an ISD. Yeah, we should retreat, and then we'll come back with some more stuff. Because it's the two ISDs, they have a slight advantage over us with damage and ships. You know, the things fleets are made of. Thank you, Shadow, for 100 bits as well. Sander Claus is coming to town. Yeah, that gladiator got out all right. Our economy is still rolling up, so we don't want to take any frivolous losses. I'm going to be careful. We do want to build up some RAF 6 for some defense, which should have a hypervelocity gun, I think. So yeah, we should get a hypervelocity gun. I'm going to sell the barracks, get an HV gun, and we are going to go like this.
Coming around. Tactical battle imminent.
Now we can take the planet. I want to try to post some of the Monday episodes maybe a little bit earlier.
We've located the enemy.
Or have them be shorter topical episodes rather than just being the
Choose your reinforcements.
quadruple EAW all day. Thank you, Xanathar, for another gifted sub.
Reporting in, sir.
Pyro Mercenary.
Heading out.
And we've got a raid fleet. Alright, well, this time Resun down here. I'm going to try to send this into that. And Pritik behind. Then, I'm not sure which one that was, but we've got Dasher. We've got Arquin's Tins. And we've got Donner. Then Rumpelgrodian, Certified Pathfinder, not doing its job as a Certified Pathfinder. You're going to go into that. We have Corey's Gamorrean Galleon and Little Tadpole, along with Better Than Lorinar and Respondent Superior. Stormbringer, just in front of our heroes. Then we'll have Beskar Rem, Queen Amidala's Revenge. We are taking some damage, so I want to probably stop that. And he said sardonically, with a Vindicator, not a named one, taking at the back. And thank you, Shugazi, for subscribing as well. Or gifting a sub to K-Shizzle. We're not going to put in going somewhere. Maybe we should, though. Alright, we've got that halfway down. And we want to go for their hero afterwards. So these heavy bombers, get on in there. How's Corey doing? Corey is doing well. How are all you guys doing? Bren, can stay over there. These are just fighters, so we don't have to protect against them as wood bombers. Powered weapons on that. And get some of our tending over to this side. Because these guys are going to need a little bit of support. There's some definite... Okay, the raid fleet's right there. There's some definite risks in this battle. Wow, we're at level 4 hype train. That is pretty hypey. Alright, we need to take down their strike cruisers as well. The raid fleets are coming in. We're probably going to be changing the AI around the raid fleet. Initially, when raid fleets were put in, they would have basically just a move to shipyard or move to starbase command, but that has gone away over time, and now they're just kind of like under the AI of the faction. We might put some of the original stuff back there. Thank you, Flagar, for 5 gifted subs as well. Very appreciated. This is rough.
Reporting. Charged laser cannons. Coming around. Attacking.
We've nearly got that ISD. And let's see if we can kill this one. Come on, you can come in this way and be a little bit more useful, please. And heavy bombers on that. And if you guys can get back to the galleon, I'm going to move the galleon a little bit closer over here. Okay, they should start coming under fire from that raid fleet now. Even though Tomax died, he comes from a ship, so he's not actually dead. He will be back in Avengers Endgame. Okay, we need to kill those bombers, though.
What are your orders? Charged laser cannons.
And let's try to kill this strike cruiser. Thank you, Ebenezer, for the 200 bits as well. You can put on the power weapons. Alright, they're caught in the crossfire now. They got nothing.
Closing on target. Commander here. I've got it. Reporting.
It's a good thing that the independent forces are, like the warlord forces, are different from the hostile, which is what the raid fleets are. Otherwise, we would have been in a lot of trouble there. We have lost one of our ADY strikes, unfortunately. Eidolons and Architens are kind of the combat frigates you get with Eriadu. They're the smaller damage output you're going to have. Thank you, Xanaphar, for another gifted sub as well. Alright, we've killed most of Prentiok's forces, but now the raid fleet coming in is, it's going to be a thing. And another one. Yeah, the KDY strike cruisers are the ones you get as Eriadu. They're your main, they're the strike cruiser you get to build, rather than the regular ones. And thank you, Ebenezer, for the 100 bits as well. Okay, we should be able to keep our stuff a bit more together. And Critic is engineless. We can't retreat on that. Thank you, King in Yellow, for the gifted sub, too. And another gifted sub from Flegar.
What are your orders? Come about.
Here. Can these go up front more? We lost our Eidolons.
What are your orders? Garrett Commander here.
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Might lose Predic.
The lasers are our target.
That would not be very predictable.
Understood. Charged laser cannons.
Where are the others?
See on the heavy ones. Luckily their bombers are going elsewhere, but we need to protect ours.
What are your orders? Attacking.
Shield's almost gone.
Come about.
Commander, they're hitting us.
Garrett Commander here.
And let's hit that triple medium. I think that might actually put out the most reliable damage for them right now.
Where'd he go?
Commander,
Riddick still has a lot of his heavy weapons.
the lasers
So let's
are our target.
switch over to Recursitor on that.
Target priority is the laser cannons. Roger that.
Reporting. Attacking.
In a lot of ways, the battle is the hype train. I lose all the ships, and we get a level 5 hype train.
Unable to shake them.
What are your orders?
Thank you all very much. I'm getting all of your ships killed in this battle, but hype train is happening anyways.
Reporting.
After the stragglers.
So apparently none of you can be that attached to your
What are your
ships.
orders? Come about. Charged laser cannons.
Was this is a PA raid fleet? They're coming back to get their revenge for the last series.
The enemy.
Garrett
All right,
Commander
your
here.
shields are back.
Reporting.
The Architens are okay. They've got the healing. Thank you, J1.
Star Destroyer standing by.
All right, and their bombers are off taking care of the
Attacking
Golan. Then, out of nowhere, going somewhere comes in and causes their ships to explode just by jumping in.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
What are your orders?
Yes, Commander. Awaiting orders. Yes, Commander.
All right, they're gonna finish off the Golan for us.
Order confirmed. Awaiting your command.
Garrett Commander here.
Commander, they're hitting us.
Command, sir. Weapons ready, Commander.
That was not a great battle for us.
Weapons ready, sir.
Look at that. Send him off to the side, right at the last second.
Reporting in.
Nowhere to run.
First time I ever get a ship in a playthrough and quarter kills in the first battle. Look, they died.
Ready for command, sir.
They died for a good cause, and they come back. Get 3 lives.
Reporting.
There's,
What are your orders?
Excellent shot.
in my opinion, it's much better to have a ship go out in a big battle than to have it just sit on a defensive line for the whole campaign.
Opening fire.
That's how
Reporting.
that's how you know you're getting your value.
Watch your back.
Form up. Our target priority is the laser cannons.
It'll just be they'll all be rebuilt. It's fine.
What are your orders?
He won't be around much longer.
Attacking. Come about.
All right, and we want to go kill the actual shipyards.
I copy.
Get out here, Architens.
Charged laser cannons.
Both of you. Our Quintins and Dasher are both still.
Under control.
Attacking.
So one thing, speaking of ion cannons,
Come about.
one thing that I did change that I've been talking about for a while is for the blockade attrition, which is when a ground-to-space cannon over a world kills a ship
Standing by.
that's blockading it.
Star Destroyer.
There is a 1 week
Position.
Mercy time. What's the word I'm looking for? There's a 1 week buffer. That's not the word I'm looking for. But either way, for when you put it in. So if you put a ship in, if you put a fleet over a planet right at the end of the week, it'll no longer be like 1 second tick over you lose the ship, because that could be annoying to time your invasions against. The first week that ships are sitting over a planet, they won't die. And it counts based on like whether things were blockaded at the end of the prior week. So each planet has a timer that basically resets. So if you move stuff away, then move it back, it doesn't reset the timer. It's based on if it was there when the last week ended. So if you move stuff away, let the week change, then move it back, that would reset it. But it's the grace period. Thank you, Shadow. How long do probes last on a planet? Quite some time. Okay, we lost Best Girl Rem, Queen Amidala's Revenge, better than Lorinar, Respondent Superior, Certified Pathfinder, Stormbringer, Donner the Rumpled Rhodian, he said sardonically, Vindicator Heavy Cruiser, which is not a patron, and Pride of Delvaria. But they'll all be back. They'll all be back in Avengers Endgame. Thank you, Ebenezer, for the 1,000 bits. Ciao for now. You, Ebenezer and Beth. Alright, Prentiok has been killed, just to show that any future crashes are not malfeasance on my part. We are going to save. So if the game crashes, it's not because I'm trying to get rid of those losses. We are going to have to maybe sit back a little bit and recover. Yeah, probe droids are 6 weeks rather than a very short time from before, but they cost 500 credits. So you can spy on a planet for a while, but they're no longer just the disposable pay 30 credits, and the limitation is just how patient you're feeling. What's the imminent crash save of? That was from testing something. I forget what it was, but it was something that was fixed. I'm pretty sure it was fixed. 240 seconds. 6 weeks. What did we have here? This is the structured, yeah. That is structured discounts. Which I think we want to move over to Sinraf 6 for now. Ship requests for people who are Twitch subs or YouTube channel members go on the Discord. If you don't have the Twitch sub role, then you can let me know and you'll be given it. That needs to finish anyways. I want to get the money back. Save 300 credits. Okay, for Eriadu, we are going to build Donner again. We're going to build Glorified Tonfalk, Gladiator to meet you, Pride of Delvardia, and let's actually, we already did have that one. We'll get it back, but we'll get Soundwave Superior and while we're there, I think we can just send these ground forces up here. How is our legitimacy quest going right now? Eriadu, we're at 40, Empire's at 57, but that still puts us above everyone. A very small buffer between us and Greater Maldrude, but Zinj is pretty near dead. So, I mean, that's happened before and they've recovered. We don't need to talk about a pretty near dead Zinj. You know how that goes. And hello. They have a KDY. We have a KDY.
shall be there shortly.
Tactical battle imminent.
We're gonna need to defend it before they come in. Thank you for the bit, Xanathar. At some point, you need to launch all the reindeer together with Santa Del. All the reindeer will be put together when I have them all built. Did all of them get
Choose your reinforcements.
claimed? I think most of them did,
Right away.
but I don't know if Rudolph did.
Moving to sector.
There are a few people who do
Carrick en route. Understood.
Awaiting
coordinated names for some of the playthroughs, and this time they did the reindeer because the names were requested at the start of
target priority.
December, so
Reporting.
playthrough didn't start until
Charge laser
January.
cannons.
But
Heading out, sir.
I missed some of the progress on that.
Those lasers. Copy.
It's about
Attack position.
What are your orders?
I've got him.
Moving to sector.
I've got him.
Commander. The lasers are our target.
Ariel's got
Interdictive
Rudolph.
bond engaged.
Carrick commander here.
Hey there, Alduin.
Information.
Thank you for the 100 bits.
Attacking.
We definitely didn't have a very costly battle,
Target priority is the laser cannon.
but that's how things are going now.
Come about.
The lasers
We've got Krenel nearly dead. So the Empire can try to invade us all they want.
Charge laser cannons.
I'll probably move one of these heroes back to Moorja so we can
It's about to be destroyed.
have some bombing run and orbital bombardment support.
Star
Headed
Destroyer
your direction. Getting a lock. Course set.
Star Destroyer reporting.
I've got him. Closing on target. Ready.
We very nearly lost going somewhere.
Ready for battle. Acquiring target.
Yes, Commander.
We're being targeted. Course set.
Carrick commander here.
Alright. We didn't lose anyone else. Unless we lost a Star Galleon. I don't think we did. Yeah, we're good. Thank you, Alduin, for another 100 bits. I believe you named the Asserter. Our Asserter for this campaign is going to have the name... no, that's not the Asserter. You're the Asserter. So I didn't set the names for the SSDs yet. But it's there. I think you named the Asserter, though. By the time we've built it, I'll have set the names.
Heading out.
You want to go to Bakura, because we need to defend Bakura.
Reporting in.
This goes out to the Empire of the Hand, which is going to be a bit hurt by the fact that they've lost access to Amrak through Rygar. Okay. You guys are going up. We're going to separate these into two different fleets, so Pritik has one and this guy has another. But I just want to invade here before
Invasion commencing.
we move him back to some Rapsix. Are ISD-1s more expensive than ISD-2s? They are not.
Reporting. Awaiting orders.
We're going to go through there with the infantry. I think this is a turbo laser. We're going to try to grab that.
Reinforcements.
And I'm going to send the Lancets over for some support with a flash blow.
Order acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Lancet standing by.
They should all be able to come over. Yeah, that's a turbo laser. Just to keep them from coming up behind us. Keep that landing zone in our hands.
Ready to go. Approaching. We're going in. Ready for attack. Initiating swing.
Alright, those are dead. The AT-AT. I think that was that the new Saber? Yeah, the Saber scaling is off a little bit. But Mr. Puerto Rican's working on new 2Ms and Saber tanks. we do still need to do the saber or the scaling pass on it. We gotta get over there. It's too much. I think we can grab the landing zone here before they've wiped us out. Alright. AT-AT, track mobile base, and who do we want? Soren? Let's go with Soren this time. You'd think that Soren would have an airspeeder, but I don't know. I guess puns are just not important enough to this team. You try to instill values in your kids, and they just go off and don't put Soren in an airspeeder. What is this generation coming to?
Target acquired. Ready to receive orders. I have the target in sight. Receiving orders. As you wish.
We should be able to get behind you. Okay, we don't want to necessarily get behind you.
Roger that.
They did a good job. Move on down here. They don't have a structure, but you can scout just in case anything went down there. Nothing did.
Ready. Acknowledged.
Okay, the Lancets put in a lot of work. We lost one. We don't need to lose the other.
Moving out. New coordinates.
You're not going to beat my hero 2M just by looking at it like that. Thank you, Alduin, for another 100 bits, saying, I did claim a ship, climbed train the Asserter, and Rager claimed the Bellator. Whatever. You didn't... Okay.
Ready. Destination set. Armed and ready.
Alright, use the ping to see an extra 30 feet. Yeah. Submissions are basically always open until we're so far into the campaign that probably won't be reasonable to do. But it's always kind of just like, at that point, feel free to claim them, but just less of a chance of them being used as much, obviously. Nothing lost for doing so.
Proceeding to target. Form up. Awaiting orders.
Choose your reinforcements.
You...
I'll copy. Moving. Awaiting your order. Deploying.
Let's get some stormtroopers as well.
Reporting. Let's roll. On my way. Moving to coordinates. Reporting.
We want to
Moving as. Yes, come on.
grab that sensor.
Stop it. Walker moving to attack. Ready. Right away.
Definitely need to make it so that if the Empire claim, like if the indigenous forces claim the victory point, they just get the planet. That's definitely something we...
Heading out. Reporting.
Then we'd solve the issue of Kashyyyk getting auto-claimed by the defending forces to allowing it for the New Republic to win a battle they're not even in.
Yes. Support order acknowledged. Charge.
I'm kind of thinking it might be... it might be the Imperial forces that aren't ending the battle here.
Yes, Commander.
What are your orders?
It's like you're not involved in this technically. You imp civilians. Okay, yeah, it was them. It was the Imperial civilians that built the field base that stopped the battle from ending. We lost some stormtroopers. We made some friends along the way, and what else could you really ask? Alright. Get over to Endor. You get over to Sinraf 6. Because we want to build Sinraf 6 and Bakura as some defensively oriented planets for us. And Sluice Fane, let's get an ISD. We'll get BB-67 USS Montana. You'll want that. Yag'Dhul, we're probably going to want Yag'Dhul a little bit fortified, because like we're going to be going up through K-List. But until we actually get there, camp is vulnerable. I don't think Kakasi is going to get enough stuff to attack camp, but a hypervelocity gun there too. Yeah, that's probably worth the money.
Constructing.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
Moorja is probably a good trade port for us, and base income is high enough that we'll want to build a tax agency on it. Ooh, Moorja gets a mining facility as well.
Construction.
Okay, Bakura. Have some money for that too. We can just jump straight into Endor. I'm going to keep saving obsessively. I haven't been doing it in the other campaigns because we haven't been crashing as much as we did in the early days of the PA playthrough. But it's nice to have that buffer zone of saves. There will be ATR-6 construction, the little gunships for the Eriadu, but there was a patron unit that was claimed if it. I don't want to use them before I have that coded in. Yeah, EAW2 is not confirmed. Petroglyph has always wanted to do it. The news now is just that Lucasfilm Games or EA, one of the two, may be on board with it, which is different from their earlier position of no. And not like on board with it as in it's happening now. On board with it as in like they're happy to go forward with discussions with Petroglyph. So I tried to make that as clear as I could in my video, but I don't know that all coverage has been quite as clear on that point.
Yes, Commander. Choose your reinforcements.
All right, I think we want some healing. We also want some of these. A lot of air power for this one. And tracked mobile base, I think.
The enemy has been spotted. Put it out, man.
Yeah, this isn't a new Endor map. This is the expanded base game. Oh, we don't have money for repairs. Never mind.
Let's move out. Let's go. Weapons online. Keep going. Attack. Our base over there.
Yeah, all the Endor map candidates we have require a little bit more work, but this is the one that was kind of the least problematic for the short term.
Executing flyby. Ready to go.
We've started the process of going through all of our existing maps for some discussions about like which areas work well, which need to change, which maps are good candidates to be like reskinned and used in more places. Whether like just purely visual reskins or maybe a few other gameplay edits on some of the reskin versions. Like if we have to reuse some, we have 500, 600 planets. There's always going to be some planets that have to reuse different same skin. So having as much variance on that as we can is nice.
Let's move out.
I copy.
Yes, sir. Ready for orders.
Let's see if we can get back over that way.
I copy.
And sit.
Proceeding.
Roger that.
Attack.
Reporting. Attack.
Norma. Waiting orders. Keep going. Reporting.
I'm gonna try to use the
Fire.
lancets for this mostly.
Open fire. Attack the target. Command received. Right away. Attacking target. Moving out.
It'd be nice if we can get to that light vehicle factory,
At will.
but I think Luke is gonna be the problem. He's just gonna heal up from vehicle or from infantry.
Reporting in.
Yes, Commander. Get through them. Destination ahead. Landing standing by.
We don't have any space to ground weapons.
Let's go. Aerial artillery. Blast them out. Roger that.
And let's bring in 1Ls. Your infantry, stop. You don't want to fight Luke Skywalker. If I had a transport to put you in, I'd put you in a transport. Yeah, go be invisible. That's all. For all I care, you can do.
Copy. Moving to that area, sir.
Ready for orders. Keep going.
They're gonna come elsewhere.
Attacking. This way. Over there.
Eh,
Engines activated. Receiving orders. As you wish.
Ready. Moving out. As you wish.
okay, I think we need to retreat, bring in Delvardis's fleet so we have ground-to-space support for this. Or other way around, base to ground. Well, I think for EAW2, if it happens, regardless of the continuity it's set in, I'd expect that, like, Petroglyph would make up ships for whatever they need, or anything there's gaps for. Because, like, there were a few things that they pulled in Legend ships for. Would we want Lumaya versus Luke? There were a few things that they pulled in other ships for when they were making the game originally, but there was also a lot that they invented themselves. Like, any new bit of content is an opportunity for them to introduce new ships. Like the Assault Frigate Mark II, the Lancer, or not the Lancer, the Lancet, the Tartan.
Choose your reinforcements.
They introduced a bunch of stuff between Empire at War and FOC, the entire Zan Consortium,
Squadron moving
that
out.
I'd expect that they'd probably do similar things
Order
in a new
acknowledged.
game. It's another good option. I don't know. Thank you, Aldwin, for another 100 bits. We'll be adding the fresh
At the ready.
freighter between
Squadron
the
moving
streams. Yeah, the T4 and the T2, when there used to just be the T1 and T3.
Firing.
Uh,
Engaging. Copy.
Did the Empire have any invented ground stuff other than these ones? I don't think so. A TIE Mauler, when there was a TIE Crawler before. So it's really just whatever they need in them. Make that. Do we-
We'll back you up.
Yeah, technically the some of the Zan Consortium stuff is designed as Imperial.
Attack position.
Do we want Lumaya for this? I think we do. Gonna have to defend on that.
Form up. Lancet pursuit. Attack. Command received.
It's Skywalker. Approach with caution.
Everyone take cover there. And Lumaya... Okay, shoot all that. You shoot Luke. You shoot structures. and Luke needs to be handled by Moorja.
Moving out.
By Shira Bree. Battle of the X's. Oh crap. Right, chase him down. You got this, Lumaya. Oh, come on.
Just give me a target.
I don't think she actually had that.
Affirmative.
Come on.
Artillery online. Commencing attack. Open fire.
Nope, infantry, you go on that. Lumaya, you go on this. Vehicles, you shoot him. These vehicles come back here. Right, I think he ran away.
Let's move out.
Well, he stealthed away. He's known to do. That'll hopefully hit both. I think it'll hit at least one of them. But at least Luke isn't destroying that stuff while he's invisible. The recharge on the invis is like super obnoxious. Hey, we hit both. I don't think they're going to be able to hit him very well. We need something with more splash for that. An AT-AT wouldn't be too bad. But Luke is basically keeping us in the base right now. Come on, you've got support. He doesn't. He's getting shelled. There it is. He's standing still. Come on. One more artillery shell if you can stay alive long enough for it. There it is. You win. Jason's yours. No more influences. All it takes is having an artillery piece shell him while you're attacking. Totally fair fight.
Receiving orders. I am en route. Lancet standing by. As you wish. Cut through them.
I don't know how much the Lancets really did there. I think they missed a lot.
Roger that. Beginning short-range fire.
Aerial artillery reporting. Awaiting your orders.
The PX-4s have some vision.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, you're hitting them. Because, yeah, you got ping. Okay, never mind.
Copy that.
You've got ping.
Bombardment incoming.
Armed and ready.
Ready to receive orders. Comlink action.
Jeez, it.
Targeting. Roger that. Warm up. Blast them out. Attacking. Firing.
Armed and ready. Heading out.
You're not even really part of my faction, so I'm fine with you going and dying.
Reporting in.
Your orders, Commander? Awaiting orders.
Favorite frigate, capital ship, and SSD?
Command received.
Recusant, Starhawk, and Bellator?
Engaging.
If recusants count as frigates for this. If not, then strike cruisers. Can't go wrong with a strike cruiser.
Awaiting orders.
Reporting. Initiate attack run.
No field bases up there, but they do have... These soldiers? These are soldiers.
En route.
They do have some infantry around.
Copy.
Any good Star Wars books aside from the Thrawn books? The Plagueis novel is very good. In the new canon, I've really been enjoying the Alphabet Squadron books and Legends. The Rogue Squadron or X-Wing books are all really good. I actually do a book podcast,
Let's go.
a Star Wars book podcast with Eckhart's Ladder called AppCap Transmissions, where we've done 2 episodes going through and ranking like 20 books.
I copy.
They were ones that we'd covered on the show already,
Transport
so
here.
it's still a decent place to get in if you want to hear some quick thoughts on some books to listen to or not.
Sight.
Look, it's not shilling, it's synergy.
This way. Weapons armed. As you command. Destination. Juggernaut ready.
But I think our top ratings so far are some of the Thrawn Trilogy books,
Moving to attack.
the Alphabet Squadrons books, Darth Plagueis, the X-Wing books, and actually the MedStar duology is up there for both of us as well. So those are all good places to look.
Heading out. Heading for attack position.
Alphabet Squadron's a bit more dense. It's a bit heavier stuff, so it's less of like, oh, go and have some Star Wars fun. But if you're looking for something a bit heavier, then I fucking love Alphabet Squadron. Yeah, starting with Plagueis is probably not a great idea, but once you've read some other stuff, it's by an author named James Luceno, who's probably the best at bringing in stuff from other parts of the universe. So if you do it earlier on,
Standing by.
it's still a really good book. It's just you might miss out on some of the benefits of reading it later.
Over there.
But at the same time, doing it in reverse, you'd probably still pick up on the references when you go the other direction. So either way, I think it's still really good. The Bane trilogy is one that I think a lot of people like. It's not one that I like as much. I don't hate it, but I've never had the same love for it that a lot of other people seem to.
Destination set. Proceeding. On my way. Moving out.
Aerial artillery reporting.
I read you. Copy.
Just not quite as much my thing. There we go. We stepped on some people and that was all we needed.
Planetary control achieved.
Okay. You can get back over there. Don't need these guys all together anymore either. But that's actually going to do it for our first episode here today. We're going to keep going on Twitch, but for those of you watching on YouTube, hope you are enjoying the series so far, and hope to see you next time as we direct our attention towards Ifera and Fondor.